Morning students. In the last class we saw about the heat. Continuation of this lesson, today we are going to see that in heat, the last class we saw about the clinical thermometer. Today we are going to see about laboratory thermometer. Okay, see, this is a laboratory thermometer in the lab. In the chemistry lab we will use this, in physics lab also we use. See, this thermometer, for what purpose we are using is that for measuring the temperature which is used in the lab. This thermometer is arranged, generally it starts from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. As you did, how you took measurement in the clinical thermometer, same wise we will take the measurement in laboratory thermometer also. Here we will see one activity. See, take one beaker. Okay, in a beaker you add some water. Inside the water you have to keep the thermometer to stand. After stand only we can take the reading. Okay, what we are going to do means, in this, if we are taking the hot water in a beaker or a mug, then after that you have to dip the thermometer in water. You have to wait till the mercury thread becomes steady. That is, here at the end there will be a mercury. It want to be stand steady. Up to that you have to be fix it safely. Otherwise it falls down, the reading will not be clear. See, after taking the thermometer, do you notice that the thermometer, if out of water, means the mercury level begins to fall? Yes, in this thermometer, after taking the thermometer from the beaker, it starts to fall. According to the time, for 1 minute or 2 minutes, you can take the readings. This happens in the lab. If you see in the lab, it will be clear for you to look it out. In the laboratory thermometer, we saw that after taking the thermometer from the hot water, it goes on decreasing or increasing. But in clinical thermometer, it's not increasing or decreasing after taking out from our mouth. Why? What's the reason? Because in the clinical thermometer, see in this picture, nick is present. That is, the silver ship is present. That is called nick. Inside that glass tube, nick is present. It makes not to fall or increase the temperature after taking out from the mouth in the clinical thermometer. So that only in laboratory thermometer the temperature falls, but in clinical thermometer after taking out from mouth also it won't show the fall or rise in the temperature. Next, transfer of heat. See, in some objects like frying pan, if you are taking out from the flame, what happens? It passes the heat from the flame to the utensil. When the pan is removed from the fire, what happens? It slows down. After that, if your heat is transferred from the pan to the surrounding, so that only heat is removed from the frying pan after taken out from the flame. One activity is given similar to that. See, you are taking 2 bricks and 1 metal rod. On side, candle is fired. When you start to heat one side of the metal, what happens? First, at the where you are heating, that place starts to heat. After that, it spread the heat from one end to the other end. The process by which heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end of an object is known as conduction. Conduction means from the hotter end to the colder end of an object, heat transfer means, that is, we call it as conduction. Next, see the 4.7. In this, we are going to see about the conductors and insulators. Conductors means the materials which allow heat to pass through. For example, aluminium, iron, copper, in this material and all, if we heat one side, it pass from one end to the other end. So these materials we call it as conductors. Next one is insulators. Insulator means the material which do not allow heat to pass through them is called insulators. Otherwise we can't call it them as poor conductors. Example, plastic and wood. When we heat this, it won't pass from one end to the other end. That is called insulators. Students, you will get this worksheet as a PDF. Write the answer and send it to 7th Science NAPS group. Timing from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Thank you, students.